This is UFC 3. Got this on the EA Access. The full game's available for basically a long range of time to check it out. And what we're getting here is a very iterative version of the game. I don't think they've exactly changed a lot in the actual core experience. I mean, all the animations and everything have been redone, but it's very much the same game. So obviously, we got our different fight modes that we'll go through here. You can fight now, and you got your knockouts, and then you go to custom fight, and a submission showdown where you have to submit people. So I mean, it's your very typical fighting options. Then there's the career mode, which we'll dive into a bit more. That's been expanded upon and is actually quite great. You can create your own fighter. You can even do the game kind of face scan in if you'd like, which you'll see later, which is hilarious. There's the Ultimate Team, which you get a bunch of cards. I honestly just don't give a damn about these card games and these sports titles, Madden, NHL, FIFA. I just don't give a damn about them. In this one, you're basically building your team, unlocking cards, and then you use the stuff you get from the cards to enhance your fighters. You get like special things that make your, these are Canadian dollars by the way, you get like fancy things for your fighter so that he can, or she I guess too, you have like a better hook or a special skill fight. It just kind of makes your character better, and it's like a microtransaction based fighting improvement game. And then you can take that and you can go and fight in championships and challenges and so forth with them. I don't really get the appeal of it, but I mean, some people like it, and the expansive mode is available. There's lots of things to it, customization with your team. I swear I already did all this crap. It makes you redo everything. I don't know. You pick your fighter and then kind of go from there as we're getting sucked into this. I can pick my created fighter. Yo! Oh. It's this guy. Screw it, I'm not even going to dive into this. I don't care for it. The mode is here. You get to like play with cards and unlock cards and make your guy better by giving him jabs and so forth. And there's like trainers involved. And you know what it is if you've played the mode. We've got custom events. You can do tournaments. There's also live events, which are kind of based off actual sort of UFC events that kind of go on, and they update it and they throw in new stuff. You see a similar thing with all the sports games, where it's like there's a hockey game and then they'll throw in an actual situation that happened, and you kind of go through it. They're not available yet. Whatever. So that's the live events. Then we have our ranked championship and quick fight. I'd play quick fight, but I'd get my absolute ass kicked, so that's fun. Yeah, some people online are just crazy at this. So you can play ranked, you can do online quick fights, and that's really all there is. I mean, you have your skill challenges and your practice mode with some really animated menus. The menus are actually kind of cool in this, but there's not really a lot to the game in general. And I don't say there's not a lot, it covers all the basics, but there's not really too many different modes. See, there's my guy, it's hilarious. Anyways. Yeah, not a lot to it. I mean, they're just randomly fighting a bunch of people with a large roster of UFC characters, women or male, across the different, weight categories, feather, light, blah blah blah, so forth. And I don't know what else they could add to make it more compelling, but that's really all there is to it. We'll jump into the actual game. I first wanted to go over the career mode, so I'm a little bit into my career here. I've got some wins, I got a loss. And you sort of you got perks based on kind of leveling up, and you make your way to the UFC. You start out in this casual league, and then you gain fans, and then you kind of promote yourself on social media, which is funny. I mean, it definitely is modern in that regard. So we've got a fight offer here. We're gonna just pick one and then kind of show you a general situation of what's going on here. Let's fight. That guy looks kind of sad. Let's fight him. Sure, why not? And then before your fight, you kind of have all these details, and you got to get ready. You get either your camp, you kind of pay for your gym, and then you schedule your camp rewards. I got a fair bit of money. I'll put 2 weeks in. And then you get a budget for your calendar of how much you can kind of spend on things. You can promote yourself, like I was mentioning. or you can train, or you can spar. So you promote, you get things like spend time like streaming with your fans, or hang out, hand out flyers to kind of do like fun little silly things. And then you also get like prompts that come up too. You can see it at the top there. I'm like posting on social media. You get prompts, or you can like reply to people. They're like, "Oh, good game, man, good fight," or it's like, "Oh, you suck," blah blah blah, and they like taunt you. And I don't know. I get the idea of it. It's interesting, you know. I'll give them props on that. It's a neat idea and a neat concept that is fine. So we're just basically training a lot. I don't really care too much. I'm just gonna beat the crap out of this guy because I play on super easy because I like winning. And yeah, so those kind of give you attributes and skills, and you kind of choose where you want to train, and then you go from there. Oh, I guess we get to promote again. Always about streaming to the fans, and you can spar too, and pick a sparring partner and learn some moves as well. That's your thing. And it was awesome to get out there and stream to all the fans. They love it. So we're not showing any gameplay yet because I gotta actually get to that, and I hope that's not too annoying for people that actually want to just see the game. But I mean, I like to show a lot of information about a title, so you get a full idea of the modes and the options and what's included within it. Now we're going on to the actual fight here. Yeah, we'll throw that on, whatever. Canadian powerhouse. So the actual game itself has a very smooth and slick presentation. I mean, it looks like all the other EA games these days in the sense that they're all fancy and modern. And they don't really have any competition because they own licensing for all the big games or all the sports. But I mean, it's cool. They put a good effort in. It all visually looks good. I think particularly on Xbox One X, which is what I'm playing on, it looks simply just stunning with the improvements. There's not really a huge jump, but I mean, they do definitely touch things up, make it look better. I need to redo that face thing. I did it like probably half a decade ago, I want to say. Yeah, highly anticipated fight, whatever. So you get your matchups, and I mean, there's like stats and statistics and things, but it's a fighting game. It's mostly even with how you fight.
Shots here.
Should probably turn off those tooltips. They're annoying. So you got your stamina and you block and kind of go like that, and you can like kick and you can grapple people too. You want to knock them down into like a submission move and so forth, and you can like top mount and punch a guy a bunch. And you can ride him, you know, because that's what this is. Guess I'm just gonna chill out. Turtle. If you're looking for a funny video, you should definitely check out the can't remember what they were, but they like do funny commentary over like glitches and stuff. It's just hilarious. And that's my favorite part of this UFC series is that. Oh, I don't want to do a submission game with you. Oh god, I hate these. I actually hate the submission game. I find it really boring. I'd like more of a, a traditional boxing game, quite honestly. I used to love the Fight Night. So we're just kind of getting in there, and you do all these different... I hate the... Stop it. This is so boring. Stop it. See, this is what I get for starting that, showing things off. None of the other guys did this.
Oh, that punch will count. Landed flush. How about that shin? Oh, he gets caught again there by another hook. He's connected on a few so far here in this.
So you got like different stats, and the stamina bar kind of moves based on what you're doing. Crap. Same boring thing every time.
All right, well, he gets back to his feet here, Joe, but he looks like he is in a world of trouble.
And you can kind of maneuver how you're hitting to, where you're targeting. You got some slick maneuvers to kind of like get side to side. You can like it's nice kicks in. Could you not do that? And somebody would be like, "Oh, your fighting's terrible." I'm like, I don't give a damn.
He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground.
Come on, let's get back up.
Well, back to his feet here, Joe, but look at him. He is hurting for certain. That man is in a world of trouble. He's got a beautiful leg kick. Nice.
Hey, this guy is going to be a big fighter. I don't know. I think I'd usually be done by now. I mean, the fights can be fast, depending on how you're blocking or how you're doing things. Wow, this is getting annoying. I don't care for the submissions at all. I mean, if you're definitely into the technical details, you're going to be like a lot more intensive with your stances and your maneuvers and how you set things up. There we go, that's a round. Usually doesn't even last this long. Boom, and you get the replays and the moves. I think visually it looks good. They captured the essence of what like a UFC match would be like if you're just watching it. The fans aren't really too busy or too available because I'm not a big fighter yet. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Big win. Whoa, whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So you get the commentary, the lights, the action, the intensity of UFC. And the purple monster. Yeah! And you can see all your stats afterwards, the rounds, your significant hits, your stamina, your health. And you can see how you improve and the new fans you have. I got all these new fans. They all love me. I'm not surprised. It's so easy in games to make it up. I had to fight like 3 matches and I was in the UFC. It was a big deal. See, then you're getting more of the social networking thing coming up and negative, positive comments. They don't really do anything. I mean, you get like a rival, I guess. Well, I have a rival, but I mean, I don't really see that it's too impactful overall. It doesn't really matter, if that makes sense. It's a fun side thing, but it's just not a huge deal. So we'll go on to a regular fight, I guess, to show that off. Kind of get the load in there. Nice. Just a quick fight. Fight now. We'll show off the females. I really like the menus they do these days. Jerry, let's do it. She's probably just gonna like grapple me to the ground and it'll be over in like 2 seconds. We'll see what happens. Overall, it's a decent game, but I mean, I don't really see that it's hugely different from the last one. I mean, they've touched things up. They redid all the animations, and the promotion's kind of cool and fun. And you know, the highlight reel knockouts and their new engine, I guess, is kind of good for combat, but I don't really like. It's been a while since I played the last one because I just played it when it came out and fought my friend a lot, and we kind of like. You know, we were just done with it after a while. So I don't know. Depends if you really like the sport or the athleticism and everything. See, I don't like this because all she does is these submissions. There we go. Stop it. Somebody's gonna be like, oh, you can click a button in your blog or whatever. See how many dabs I give. You like getting a kick in the face, huh? Or, well, I guess not kick in the face, but in the leg. Stop it. Stop it, Rhonda. This is why you're not in movies anymore. Oh, crap. And then we got this wheel thingy up. And the fight's over. Good job for not actually fighting me and hugging me on the ground. UFC! That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was really nice of her to do that and kind of like not actually fight. Although I'm sure this is a big part of the ground game with UFC. I guess we'll just do a quick restart on this. Yeah, sure, why not? Again, generally, I mean, it's enjoyable. I find it kind of fun. You just go like brawl with people, and it captures the essence of the entire sport. And you get the different difficulties depending on how like into it you are and everything. There's the option to be like really intense about it, or just have some fun.